What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today we are talking about botting in the War Within, and I am quite sad to say that botting is as much of a problem in the War Within as it has been in pretty much every single expansion so far, and I lived for a long time playing the War Within and not noticing this, but I think I can't really ignore it anymore, and I was out there farming a little bit yesterday, doing some herbalism and mining, and out of nowhere, I noticed something kinda suspicious that I kind of want to share with you guys as well, so we can take a look. But it's really obvious to notice when a bot is actually botting, or when it's a real person, especially when they get stuck. So, let's talk a little bit about botting today, let's talk about how bad this actually is, and I'm just going to show you one example, but I noticed several bots over the time that I spent yesterday doing herbalism plus mining. So here's one example of what I saw happen. There we go. So here we have a mining plus herbalism, or maybe even just one of the two, but likely both, bot that has gotten stuck on a stone and is being attacked by a mob. In this case, I'm going to be inspecting this character as well at some point to take a look at the gear, so you can see there's several patterns here when it's a bot. Number 1, he's standing still. Number 2, he has the away tag, and number 3, he always heals himself, so it's not AFK. He heals himself the second his health goes down to 75%. If he doesn't have rejuvenation applied, he will apply it, and casting regrowth once again at 75% every single time, and this goes on for about 3 minutes. When it comes to the gear that he has, he's in full spring rain and also a couple of BOEs, and this is kind of interesting because he's playing feral, so he benefits from agility, right? But he bought a one-handed agility dagger. One-handed dagger for a level 80 character. One-handed dagger for feral. Very interesting choice, I'll tell you that much. So they buy BOEs, they will most likely have full greens, maybe some BOEs, and in some cases those BOEs makes absolutely no sense. I am quite certain that the green he had was literally better than this, because at least it's a two-hander. In this case, the blue is a one-hander. Now, referring back to what he's doing here, he is obviously gathering herbs or mining veins. Actually, we can see that he does have the mining icon, so he's at least mining, but maybe herbalism as well, and he was gathering something, and the mob disturbed his botting sequence to the point where the bot is now stuck. Not thinking it's in combat, but it's also taking damage, so he just gathered something like a herb or a mining vein, and now he's stuck healing himself, but not attacking the mob back, because he is not using the attacking or the leveling or the questing sequence, he is just doing herbalism plus mining, and usually at this point they would either kill the mob, run away, or like you see here, literally being stuck, doing basically nothing. And one more time, he casts regrowth every single time that his health goes to 75%. I'm going to hover over here as well, so 75% as you just saw, and when it goes down to 75% one more time, he will cast another one right about now, there we go, and if rejuvenation is not applied, he will apply that as well. So obviously, following a script here, and he was stuck here for a long time, by the way. Now, that's only really one example, and these bots, they take it one step further. So for example, right here we have a clip that I found on Reddit as well, talking about botting and showcasing, this is in the current expansion by the way, you can see that the rogue flying around is level 80, meanwhile these bots are in a Shadowlands zone, either farming for BOEs or a mount, or literally just raw gold farming, and while flying around here you can see there's quite a lot of boomkins with very similar names, if not even pretty much the exact similar name, with a couple of like different letters here and there, but they're obviously not real players, and you can see it based on how they move, and this being a super popular bot farming location from Dragonflight, even Shadowlands, and now in the War Within. So these guys are just hoping nobody spots them, nobody reports them, and they can just free farm. Now, when it comes to herbalism plus mining specifically, I will just point this out, that a lot of people might be botting and you will not notice. And the reason for that is that unless they get stuck like this guy is obviously really easy to spot, but what you saw at the start, like if you just go back 15 seconds right now in the video, you saw a druid pick up a mining node right in front of me. And the thing is, druids do not have to leave their flight form anymore when they pick up anything. We could always pick up herbs in flight form. Now we can also pick up mining nodes in flight form if you have specced into it in the mining fundamentals node. So when you spec into it, spend some knowledge points, you can actually pick up mining nodes in flight form. And bots love this because now they look like just regular farmers, and even if a mob hits them after they have gathered the node, they can just fly away. So a lot of people, or a lot of quote-unquote people, that are farming herbalism plus mining, they are not even people. Now, am I saying that the majority are botting? Not really, but it's probably way more than most of us are expecting at this point that are actually botting. Botting has always been a problem in World of Warcraft, and it saddens me once again to say that in the War Within, it's not really any different. Now, during my time on this character, doing my weekly quest, and farming a little bit of gold, I think I spent 2 hours farming on a medium populated server, by the way, I found 3 bots that were stuck like this. Now, I only recorded 1 for the video purpose, but if I, on a medium pop server, over 2 hours, find 3 bots that are stuck, how many do you think are not stuck, also farming, on one medium pop server? And how many do you think are out there on big populated servers as well? And this is only for herbalism plus mining in the War Within, in this specific zone, or even this specific area of the zone as well. Because when it comes to Isle of Dorn, most people divide that into 2, so you have both the western part and you have the eastern part. Now, usually this map or this zone is the best for botting because you have less aggressive mobs in the Isle of Dorn, but even Hallowfall is actually quite nice for that purpose too. So if you just fly around, if you want to find them for yourself and report them, for example, Hallowfall is usually their go-to, as well as Isle of Dorn. Whenever I farm mining in Ruin Deeps, I don't really see that many of them. I haven't even seen a single one so far actually. And then in Oshkohet, it's the same story as well. Haven't really found a single one, because in Oshkohet you have a lot of those bombs in everywhere, so it's quite hard to navigate, or at least it could be. So yeah, botting is a problem. Kind of wanted to highlight that because it's something that I try to do whenever I can without overdoing it too much. So yeah, botting in the War Within is still a problem, both in the current content and in old content as well. Now, I could probably have found way more examples of people that are botting, but bots are everywhere. Even by doing a quick search on Reddit, I found so many screenshots of what must be bots pretty much everywhere, especially when it comes to not time walking but chromie time. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something with chromie time. So yeah, botting is a problem. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And yeah, if you have any popular botting locations where you can like go and report, let me know in the comments down below as well, because I'm reporting all the bots that I see in hope that Blizzard does something. Now, I already know that Blizzard does ban bots, but they do so in waves, which is a good and a bad thing. Like, it's good for Blizzard because they make more money, because that way the bots are able to bot more, get more gold, sell more gold, and then they make profit. So when they get banned, they simply come back. It's a never-ending loop of Blizzard making money while doing the, I want to say bare minimum. They are doing the bare minimum to try to, they don't even try to get rid of them, by the way. They are doing the bare minimum to the point where it looks like they are trying, but they're not really trying. So they're doing the bare minimum that they can to still make sure the bots do come back every single time, and it's a never-ending loop where they just print money as well. So, I don't know, I feel like botting could have and should have been handled way better by Blizzard themselves. Now, exactly what they can do, I don't really know, because this will always be a never-ending battle where Blizzard tries to, well, if they tried, they would try to get rid of them. Meanwhile, the bot programmers, they will try to get around whatever restriction Blizzard puts in place. So, no matter what they try to do, it will be a never-ending battle, and it's a problem. Either way, let me me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That's what I have for you today, so thank you all for watching and listening, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.